Hi guys, I'm new to TikTok, so you guys have to really give me some time to really kind of grow in here. But the followers that I do have, you guys please let me know in this video, comment things that you want me to do on here, like makeup. I do makeup, I do my own hair, let me know things that you guys want me to do so I can put out good content for you guys. So I'm not busy right now because of the quarantine. So I'm not gonna put my whole life up here, but just majority of it. So yeah, let me know what you guys want me to do. So make sure y'all like this video and follow me if I'm on your For You page. And yeah, and just make sure you guys comment. Love you guys. Love you guys.
Welcome to the Golden Veritas podcast, where we talk about anything that is worthy of a conversation, whether you are a celebrity or not. If it is on the internet, we're going to simply talk about it. Stay tuned for the next video. Alrighty. Welcome back to the channel. I really appreciate y'all tuning in to the #1 podcast or channel in the world. Thank you so much. I don't want to waste any of y'all time because I know we all got stuff to do. So let me go ahead and get straight to the point. And don't forget to like, comment, and definitely subscribe. Turn that notification bell on just to stay tuned to what is going on. Do y'all remember this lady? If y'all don't, her name is Brenay. I was first introduced to Brenay, and I want to say this was on Facebook, and this was years ago. The thing that got me when I first saw her video was her nails. I'm like, these nails are a bit different at the time. So I was like, you know what? I don't know what it is, but her nails is different. Her energy is different. But when things happen in life, we all get distracted. So I end up scrolling and going to different videos. And fast forward, just to learn more about Brenay. Apparently at the time, her and Devin was in a relationship, I'm assuming for a very long time. So she has a TikTok. And her TikTok is usually consists of her doing get ready with me's, mukbangs, doing her nails. Just of what I see as far as on her profile. So that's what she usually do. Another context about Brenay, if y'all didn't know. So around, I want to say 2021. So a lot of people, when she was starting off as far as her TikTok journey, a lot of people had questions regarding, what's the nice way to say it? I'm just going to give it to you straight. They had a lot of questions about her big ass titties. her titties were huge. I mean, they're still huge, but they had questions regarding her titty breasts. They wanted, the people who were commenting on her videos wanted to know, hey, would you ever get a breast reduction? So I guess she was still making videos, and Dr. Miami at the time responded or did either respond or stitch or tag her in the video. It looked like he was like popping her breasts like balloons. And so she replied back,
hey Dr. Miami, if you trying to fly me out to get a breast reduction, hit me up because I want them. I want my breast reduction. It's just the insurance been giving me loop. Okay, guys, here are some updates. I am super excited. Number one, Dr. Miami's office reached out to me. So we're getting the breast reduction, y'all. Okay, that's number one. But before I get the breast reduction, in order for my BMI, y'all know my BMI is high because I'm not no skinny girl. I'm a little thicker on the thicker side, okay? So he referred me to go to like a nutrition to get the gastro sleeve surgery, which I agree. We can get it done. Hey, it is what it is. I'll get that done first. So I have an appointment December 1st to go see Dr. I forgot what the doctor name is, to go, get that gastro sleeve process through. So December 1st, y'all, I am vlogging. That's the first day of my breast reduction process. So if you are not following me and subscribe to the YouTube channel, go right now and do that. Link is in the bio. I'm going to put the name in the caption down below as well. So, y'all don't know how excited I am. Yes, look, let me tell y'all something. To try to get this breast reduction and for my back not to hurt and for me to be more healthier, the TTC journey, we're going to put that to the side real quick. I know y'all I can't wait. Me either. But let's get this done first. Let's get these off the chest first. Let's get what we need to get done first. Okay? So like I said, I am vlogging from December 1st to the time that I go see Dr. Miami and get the breast reduction. I'm going to share the process, all of that. Everything is going to be documented on my YouTube channel, guys. I am so excited. And thank you guys so much for tagging him. Thank you so much for even telling me that he even duetted my video, because I did not know. Because I really stopped looking at my mentions ever since that darn video blew up. All because I had big breasts. Like, who would have known that Brenay would have really just blew up the darn internet because I had big breasts? It's just so crazy. And I really appreciate each and every one of you to the utmost. I thank y'all. Y'all have been a blessing to me, even just reviewing the videos, duet, and even the ones that's doing the duets that's funny, or y'all have whatever y'all got to say about it. I'm just super excited that you guys are just even going on this journey with me. I can't wait. December 1st, here we come.
Later on in her video saying that she is going to set up a GoFundMe just for people to donate to help her with the trip to go to Miami, and also to help her with her procedure.
And I did want to inform you guys, I am about to set up a GoFundMe for this process as well, just in case I need extra expenses and things like that. So stay tuned for that. I hope and pray that we can get what we need to get done for this process for me, you guys. Like I said, I'm believing God with everything, totally dependent on him. But I am about to look up the flights and all of this other type of stuff. This is for the gastro sleeve surgery first, and then I'll come back to you guys for more information about the breast reduction. But the first thing that needs to get paid for and it needs to be done is the gastro sleeve. So like I said, I am going to set up a GoFundMe, and I would appreciate for all of you guys to help me. Once I do set it up, I will be posting it all on my social medias, Instagram, Facebook, on here, everywhere. So any and everybody can participate. I love you guys in advance. Thank you.
When she set up the GoFundMe, I don't know what ended up happening, because later on down the line, she never got the breast reduction. And a lot of people were a bit upset about that, because it was like, well, we've been donating and you didn't get the breast reduction. What's up with that? And then she later on follow up, and I'm going to put the clip in there, just pretty much stating that actually a lot of people was mad. And then she was frustrated because she came back with another video, just pretty much stating that.
Have you ever considered a breast reduction? So it's been long overdue of me talking about this, because I know I have a lot of new followers. Hello. So yeah, we're going to have a chit chat about this. So for starters, number one, Dr. Miami did reach out to me. So he reached out to me, and the initial plan was for me to go up there, get consultation, stuff like that. And yeah, and I think that was last year in December. So they called me before the appointment, and they told me that the doctor's not going to be in. Woo. So pretty much we canceled our flight. And yeah, so then I reached out to him, I think sometime this year. Yeah, I DM'd him sometime this year, but I DM'd him a question or whatever, and he never responded to me. Mind you, we're friends on here, so since we're friends on here, I can DM him, and 9 times out of 10 he'll see it. So with that being said, it's just like, okay, I'm not saying that he did it for, just for laughs and giggles and stuff, but it's like, you always have to have plan B. So, yes, I've considered breast reduction. Of course, like, that is something I want in the future. But as of right now, I'm focusing on my body in other ways. So, yeah, me and babe, we want to have kids and stuff like that. So I just feel like, I know a lot of people are like, wow, your breasts gonna get bigger and stuff like that. Well, that's the whole point. And I'm not saying like I want my breasts to get big, but what I'm saying is it would make no sense for me to go get a breast reduction and then my breasts can grow back, not the same size, but it will still grow back. But it could grow back the same size. The way that honestly, y'all, it all depends on your genes too, because a lot of people feel like, oh, mine didn't, or my niece didn't, or this person didn't, but you don't have the same genes as me. My family, we are top heavy. Both of my sisters are on social media. As you can see, they're top heavy. My mom was very top heavy. Her mom was top heavy. We're all top heavy people. So with that being said, it's like, if I go get a breast reduction and have I want 10 plus kids. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I want a whole bunch of kids. So it will make no sense for me to go get a breast reduction and then my breasts grow back and then I would have to get another surgery. You get what I'm saying? So at this point, I'm just dealing with them for right now. Hopefully, when I breastfeed and stuff, my breast do go down, because 9 times out of 10 it would. Also, I could try like workouts to strengthen my back and stuff like that, which I've been, trying to get more into and stuff like that. But yes, to answer your question, I have considered breast reduction. It's gonna happen. Where it's like partially of that is like, okay, I can see it that way, but majority of it, no. They would not schedule me any appointment. No doctor was in when I was supposed to get it done, and I have not heard from Dr. Miami. I have not heard from him. So, call it what you want. You can't be mad because you donated to something, and I explained the video back then, a long time ago, why I didn't do it, and y'all still feel the need. You took people money. I explained to y'all what happened, so call me what you want, bro. I don't care. Call it what you want. Don't be, if you ain't donate, shut up. How about that? And if you did donate, go refund it. Simple. Anywho, mad, angry. I'm not angry. It's just y'all be saying some stupid stuff on the internet. I'm finna dispute off my card. Congratulations, do it. Do it.
So fast forward, Brenay has been in a bit of a, she has a problem. Was in a lawsuit with this young lady by the name of Kira. What happened is that she pretty much befriended this young lady. Her name is Akira. Akira was married to this guy named Tim. Apparently Brenay and Tim went to high school together or something to that effect. They dated in high school, they broke up, and then fast forward, Tim ended up marrying the girl named Akira. Brenay essentially never lost feeling for this man named Tim. The video is not to talk about the lawsuit between Brenay and Akira. This is strictly to talk about the faces of Brenay. She befriended Akira to get close enough to Tim, and now we have a lawsuit because she ended up pretty much being the mistress of Tim. And mind you, at the time, Brenay is married to the man named Devin. It is a lot. People on TikTok has been dragging her through the mud because essentially, I should say, is that how can you befriend someone, right, just to get close enough to take their man? Throwing rocks at the Brenay person. And I'm seeing the comments, I'm seeing the hate train. Most of y'all, if not all of y'all, have been in a situation of Brenay. Let us call it what it is. Some of y'all have befriended that woman, we're gonna call it the version of Akira, just to get close enough to that man. And let's be for real, some of y'all don't want to admit it because some of y'all probably still following Brenay, making it seem like what she did was right. But some of y'all do the same thing. The reason why I say that, because sometimes we need to understand the foundation of a person. Why do they do what they do? And I think it's very interesting because Brenay, for her to befriend, and I know I'm keep constantly saying it, but for her to befriend this lady, Akira, just to get close enough to get with Tim, this is no more than plotting and scheming. Where did she get that from? And I did a deep dive as far as Brenay, as far as her, because essentially when I say foundation as in her family, her upbringing, what was the upbringing like? I did research. I know it's probably not extensive, but what I can find, because I'm going based on what I see on the internet. And I've noticed that when it comes to Brenay and her family, so just a little bit of a background, Brenay has, she has siblings. So she has an older brother, she has a twin sister, she has a little sister, right? The brother's name, I believe, is Byron, I believe. And then you have Brenay, and then you have Corinne, and then you have the little sister, her name is Kayla. So I wanted to understand, pretty much I'm going based on what I see on the internet, right? So I wanted to understand Brenay's family dynamic, because how can you be the way you are without understanding the family dynamic? So I did a bit of a scrolling. I went to her mother's page. Her name is Lakeisha. And I noticed that on Lakeisha's page, when you first see it, it's obviously you have the profile picture, but as far as the cover banner, it has her daughter Akira on there with her kids. I found out a bit interesting, right? So I was scrolling through the mother's profile, and all I see was nothing more than Akira, her son, and just a sprinkle of Brenay on there. It wasn't like a full blown page like all of her kids. You see what I'm saying? It was mainly Corinne, her brother, and her kids, and then a sprinkle of Brenay, and then a sprinkle of maybe Kayla, maybe I only saw one, maybe, if I remember correctly. So to me, as far as a mother, right? Because when you have children as a mother, and please comment down below if you have children, mothers out there who have children, I should say, right? So when you have kids, you don't just single out one kid, unless you have one kid, obviously. But if you have multiple kids, you don't just single out one kid. You put all your kids on your page. I mean, you spamming your kids, all of them, right? But Lakeisha only has, as far as her Facebook banner, all you see is Corinne and Corinne's children on her banner. You don't see any other children on her banner. Isn't that interesting? So it's leading me to believe that it's a thing where, and I find it so funny because they say that parents have favorites. A parent have multiple kids, there's always this level of favoritism. And I strongly believe that the mother's favorite child is Corinne, just based on her profile. Her TikTok, it has like Bible verses, motivation posts and shit like that. So that's the mother's page on TikTok. But the Facebook it was kind of interesting for me because usually is mothers and the elderly that's on Facebook. But I just found it a bit interesting that the picture on there is Corinne. So I dive deeper because it's just something that I've noticed that in that household, Corinne would have done something that is outlandish or that was bad, like kids do, like bad behavior. I think this is just an opinion. I think that Corinne would have just skated by and moved forward, right? Because I end up finding out that when Brenay was in high school, Brenay, either she was dating Tim or dating somebody else. I don't know. Allegedly, I'm going to have to find a clip or whatever. But apparently, she got pregnant in high school. And when the mother found out that she got pregnant, allegedly, she told Brenay to get an abortion.
Hey, goddess, I know this is random, and I swear I'm not being messy. I've just been investing in this whole Brenay and Tim situation because I'm in North Carolina and I personally know somebody in the family. And as I'm looking at the tweets and timeline of Brenay and Tim's situation, to say the least, girl, I'm putting two and two together. And I remember when this person told me Brenay can indeed get pregnant, because she was pregnant in high school and got an abortion. I honestly wonder if Tim was who she got pregnant by, since he was her first. Now, this person did not go into details about who the father was, and they touched on the subject briefly, but with me, but girl, my mind is blown. I believe that's why she feels so entitled to Tim.
Fast forward, Corinne ended up getting pregnant, not once but twice, and she kept the baby. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? Brenay was pregnant in high school, got an abortion. Fast forward, Corinne got pregnant, and she kept the babies. I wonder what Brenay is doing is low-key trying to punish her mother. She's rebelling against her mother and her ideology, right? Because think about it, her mother is like praising the Lord, religious. I mean, to me, it looks like she's extremely religious, right? She talks about the Bible. And I just want to make this clear. This has nothing to do with This has nothing to do with because people who serve the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, you're a Christian. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the dynamic of a parent. So the mother to me, comes off extremely religious. She comes off as, I want to save face because I'm going to the church. Okay. And my children will not be, making me look bad in front of my peers in the church house. Right. So when she found out in high school that, that Brenay was pregnant, allegedly got her to get an abortion, because to me, it comes off as, you're not gonna make me look bad. I don't give what, you're not gonna make me look bad in the church house. You're not gonna make me look bad. Hell no. Yeah, you're getting this abortion. Fast forward, I don't know if the mother got convicted. I don't know what it is, but fast forward, Corinne get pregnant, and she keeps the baby. The mother got convicted, and to the point that Corinne was able to keep the baby. I think Brenay secretly hates her mother. Yo, this situation is so interesting to me. I feel like I'm all over the place, but it's so interesting to me, family dynamics, and how Brenay is secretly, and I feel like in a weird way, punishing her mother. Because how can you tell me, like, let's put yourself in her shoes at the time, her mindset at the time. Put yourself in her shoes. How can you tell me, Brenay, I'm speaking like, how can you tell me to get an abortion, but yeah, my twin sister was able to keep her children? You love her more than me. That's what it's giving off. Like, it's giving off, you love her more than me. Why would you even put me in that situation to do that? And then turn around to have her keep. Isn't that fascinating? I know I'm all over the place, but I that family dynamic is something happened in, I feel like before Brenay got pregnant, something else happened in that family. Obviously she's not going to broadcast and put her business out. But I think something else happened in that family. She also talked about Brenay. Brenay also talked about the situation she had with her stepfather. Mother, Lakeisha, came to the children, was like, hey, I'm going to marry, this person. How do you feel about that? Brenay, being Brenay, she was outspoken. She was like, hey, I don't agree with the situation. I don't want you to marry this person. Fast forward, of course, grown adults who's hard-headed, went ahead and do what she got to do. She married the stepfather, obviously, because that's the stepfather now. I don't know about now, but she got married to the man. Brenay was explaining.
Old stepdaddy. I'm gonna just leave his name out of it. I don't know what to tell you. You know what you. My mom married this man, right? Okay, cool. So she asked us, how do y'all feel if I married him? Said, my answer was no, because he doesn't seem like he was the one for you. You know what I'm saying? That's how I felt. And I can't remember how old I was. I was young. So yeah, she asked us privately, and she also asked us while he was there. I told my mom no. They asked me why. I gave her my reason. He was there, and he started treating me funny because I said no, and everybody else said yes. So I'll give y'all an example of the things that he used to do. So he was a chef in the house. He was a chef. And he would pass out everybody food, ask them what they wanted, and of course for me, he would ask me, give me a number between 1 and 30. And of course I always got it wrong. Of course, right? And I didn't eat. I didn't eat because I got the number wrong. Every single time he cooked, I got the number wrong. He would even mellow it down to 3 numbers, and I still got it wrong 3 times. You know what I'm saying? Be for real. Let's just say you didn't want to feed me. Okay, that's it. That's the months of that. Everybody had caught on, and nobody really ate because they found out that the stuff that he was doing and all this. He would always wear skeletons and bones and all that other type of stuff. And me as a Christian and a believer, I'd be like, why does he got them dead bodies and dead stuff? Oh, my mom sent me away to my dad because I had, of course, y'all already know I got attitude.
The reason why I bring that up, the situation that she had with her stepfather, the situation with when she allegedly was pregnant in high school, the reason why I bring that up because it's interesting to me because now look how it's playing out. When it seems like to me, when she was younger, she was seeking validation. She didn't get it. She was seeking for her mother to advocate for her at the time. She never got it. She was seeking the nurturing, the protection from her mother. She never got it. Now she's in a situation where, oh, mom, you're not going to give me protection. You're not going to validate me. You're not going to give me attention. What I'm going to do, I'm going to seek it elsewhere. And now she ended up with Timothy, the boy she had a crush on in high school. I named this video Many Faces of Brenay simply because Brenay had developed these characters that have so many faces. She didn't receive guidance. And that's unfortunate. And it sucks. A lot of people are burning her to the stake. What she did was wrong, absolutely. I will never defend what she did as far as taking somebody else's man. But I feel bad for not the adult version of Brenay, but I feel bad for adolescent child version of Brenay. That's what I feel bad for. Because if her mother would have paid attention to Brenay versus, pretty much pay attention to all your kids, but Brenay needed her attention. She needed that from her mother and she never got it. Celebrating, saying, oh, Kira won. Yeah, she won. She rightfully so. But y'all need to understand that little girl of Brenay, is suffering and is playing out in our eyes. She is walking testament of lessons of not to do, lessons to, if you have trauma, seek help, talk to a therapist, talk to somebody to release whatever you got going on, because Brenay is fighting demons of, not being put first. When she was an adolescent, she wasn't protected, and everybody don't want to seem to understand that. And I'm not saying what she did was right. The adolescence version of Brenay, I feel bad for. Because can you imagine if her mother would have poured into her? What would her life be? Her life would have been different. She wasn't poured into. She wasn't protected. She wasn't validated. She wasn't vindicated when she was young. And now look how her story had turned out. This is her story. One day I would love to talk to Brenay, and what I mean by because right now, no offense if she's listening, Brenay, if you listen to this, I'm not judging you, okay? Because I know this is you on social media, you have to pump content and this, that, to the third. A lot of people's in your business, blah blah. I get it, right? But I want to talk to you in like full transparency mode, okay? Honesty, okay? I want to talk to you like, bro, like I really want to talk to you for real. Because the way I'm seeing something happen in your family where it turns you into this, let's call it what it is. It turning you into this version of a monster that you're not. And that's a bit of a strong word, because I don't think the word is monster. It turned you to this woman. I don't know, maybe it's such a strong reach, but it's just very interesting for me. I found Brenay very interesting because some of y'all just been in her situation before and y'all just don't even realize it, to be honest. And y'all just pointing a finger at her and judging her. I think we just need to have compassion for people, because people make mistakes. This is going to turn into one of those things that I'm taking up for her as far as her behavior, but it's not. I'm not taking up for what she did. Took that lady's man? Hell no. I'm not defending that. Hell no. Like, you made your bed, you gotta lie in it. I'm not defending that. But what I'm defending is the adolescence version of Brenay. That child that needed her mother. That child who needed somebody to say, hey, you are important. Brenay, I don't think she ever got that. She never got the validation. She never got the vindication. She never got the, no, you are loved. You are smart. You are kind. And important. She never got that. She never got that. Because look how her story has turned out. And she's like in her 20s, I believe. She's like 26, 27. I'm not, usually when women hit 25, that frontal lobe, something happened, it clicks. The mother played a huge part of it. And I'm also very interested because I'm like, okay, I was trying to see, like, was her dad in her life? Isn't that interesting? Because as a father, well, as a child, your first love is your father, your dad. I wonder, was her dad in and out of her life, or was her dad like not in her life, gave birth to the kids and then bounced? You see what I'm saying? Like, I want to know what was the dynamic of the father, because just fast forward to the case, in the case, I believe her dad was there. But I wonder, was her dad there when she was going through, her younger years? Did he pour into her? Did he get, because fathers come with a sense of lessons, right? Fathers will tell you about guys because clearly he's a guy. So, I mean, he could look at other guy. He'd be like, listen, I don't, this man, nope, this man is not for you. I don't agree with it, blah, blah. So fathers are active like that. That's why I say fathers teach their daughters about lessons when it comes to men, discipline, to value yourself. You are worth it. I'm assuming, and I have a strong indication that her daddy was in her life, because if your daddy was in your life, why what you did, right? And then clearly mother got remarried because she said stepfather. So I'm assuming mother got remarried. Not only did she get remarried, was either she, there's another man in the house, yes, but was the dad still present in the children's lives? I just find it very interesting, and I'm saddened for that version of Brenay, that was that younger version of Brenay, because she needed her father, because she needed that daddy's love, right? But she also needed her mother, that nurturing side, and she didn't get it. And now this is her story. Brenay put on this costume, and I think that she needs to let go of this costume, because obviously this is social media. You always develop this sense of character for social media, and I get it. But I think she needs to let go of that costume. I really want to talk to her one day, if she's open to it. And my thing is, for me, when I talk to her, I want it to be like a real conversation. I want it to be honesty. I want it to be accountability. And I want it to be a chance for her to tell her story. And I think it's an important story, because everybody's foundation is different. Everybody's family dynamics is different too. And I think she's a walking case of a lesson, obviously. But I think we need to understand how Brenay became Brenay. And once we start understanding that, then we should not go too hard on her. Obviously point out the situation, that what she did was absolutely wrong. I'm going to stand by that. You taking somebody else's man, that is 100% wrong. You were plotting, you were scheming, you morph into this friendship that Akira was looking for in order to be close to her husband at the time, because now they're divorced. Yeah, you are dead ass wrong. I mean, that's not going to change. It is what it is. And a lot of people's not going to agree with my take. A lot of people's going to be like, I don't care, what you sound is a bunch of bullshit. And that's understandable. I get it. I mean, if you don't agree with my take, it is what it is. Not everybody's going to agree with my take. But I still stand firm of me feeling bad for the younger version of Brenay. I feel bad for her. I really do. I really do feel bad for that younger version, because if that younger version, and I keep saying it, like, that younger version of Brenay should have gotten love. She should have gotten love. She should have gotten poured into. Mind you, she's considered the middle child, right? Because the brother's oldest, she comes second, Corinne is third, and Kayla's the fourth child. We know how that shit goes when it comes to the middle child syndrome. That shit is no joke. You middle child don't get all the attention. The middle child is rebellious. The middle child is loud. The middle child is outspoken. So I understand she probably created this like wall of protection for herself, because she's looking at her dad. She's not getting her protection from dad. She's not getting protection clearly she's not getting protection from mom. So she created this, I'm assuming she created a wall. She created a wall. There was no safe place for her to express her feelings. And nobody, I'm going to say it. Kids need a place to express their feelings. And I don't believe she ever got that. I believe when she did express her feelings, she was turned down. She was dismissed. She was disregarded when it came to her feeling. I'm talking about the younger version of Brenay, not this adult version, that one, but the younger version of Brenay. The younger version of Brenay, when she was 7, 13, that younger version, the child version of Brenay and the teenage version of Brenay. I'm talking about them version. When she did express her feelings, I'm gonna most likely she was dismissed. She was dismissed. She was discarded. When she got pregnant in high school with that child, and she was forced. Okay, let's because she talks about it now like she loves children. Videos on TikTok, there is times where she was taking, I don't know if it was medication or whatever she was taking when she was with Devin in order to get pregnant.
Take this nasty stuff. My husband yesterday, y'all, poured me almost a whole darn thing. I was so mad at him. I'm like, hey, just drink it. That's serious. Are you drinking it? Oh. Let me get my drink ready. So like, what if I'm already like, pregnant and stuff? Is it safe to still take it, or somebody let me know in the comments down below. See, I be going at the line like he went over the line yesterday thinking he's slick. Don't do that, because this is nasty. Who the freak want to be drinking this? People like, well, that's why I take the pills. Well, the pills take longer. I about threw up. I really about threw up. Oh God. Saying, why are you taking it if you don't have any complications? Simply because I want to boost my chances. Plus, I just want to take it. Is that okay? Is that okay with y'all that I'm taking it? What else does it do? What else it do? Because other than fertility and all that, somebody tell me, because what is it doing inside of my body?
And now she's having difficulties getting pregnant now, simply because she wanted to have children, and when she got pregnant, she was forced to get an abortion. That sucks. Now I'm talking to you directly, Brenay. How did that make you feel when you were told to allegedly? Because I don't know, you have to say it, because I have to say allegedly. But allegedly, how does that make you feel when your mother told you to get an abortion? How does that make you feel? Did your mother say to get an abortion? Because apparently they're saying that based on what the reporters, when they went down to your court case, the courthouse, when you was having that lawsuit, they're saying that allegedly your mother told you to have an abortion. How did it make you feel as a young girl? No guidance, because there was no guidance. Your mother was a religious nut job. Okay, she was pouring into other people, but she wasn't pouring into you. And when you found out you were pregnant. She said you're getting an abortion. How did that make you feel? How did that make you feel? Because fast forward, you got with Devin. Now you want to have children. Even now you're married with Tim. You want to have children, but you're. How does that make you feel? You know, women that have their, and I have talked to a lot of women that had gotten miscarriage. It changes their body. It changes their emotional state. It changes their mindset. I wonder if that altered her mindset a lot, to look at her mother a different way, number one, but to look at the world a different way. She is 100%, even though she's putting out this character out on TikTok or whatever the case may be, this is nothing more than a character. That little girl in her, inside of her, is screaming for help. Was 100% screaming for help, and everybody just want to shun her because of what she did, and obviously what she did was 100% wrong. But that little girl is screaming out for help. A lot of people's not gonna like my take, but I want to hear y'all thoughts on this, because Brenay is nothing more than just that little girl who just want to heal, who wants to be loved because she wasn't loved. If somebody was truly loved, okay, really loved, I don't think Brenay would have been in that situation if she was truly loved. If Brenay, and I said it before, and I'm gonna say it again, I honestly believe that Brenay was not protected when she was young. And I'm not saying as far as, raping or things like that. I'm not talking about that. If that happened, I don't know if that happened. That's her story to tell. I'm not saying that happened to her, but I'm just saying she wasn't protected. She wasn't validated. She wasn't vindicated. She didn't receive the attention that she deserved, that she needed at the time, because when children are that young, it's do or die at that point. Okay, she did not receive that from her parents. I feel like they was ever congratulated. Like I don't think she was poured into as a young adult, and that's sad, because that young adult turned into a lady, adult. But it's so unfortunate that nobody see that the younger version of Brenay is screaming out, and that needs help. Brenay, if you're listening, I don't know if this video will ever get to you. I don't know if it will. I would love to have a conversation with you one of these days, if you're open to it, of course. I'm going to give you this platform where you can just tell me your backstory. Am I off as far as your family dynamic? I want you to be real with me. I don't transparent. That whole. I want to talk to the younger Brenay. I want to give that younger Brenay a platform to talk to me about her dynamic, her family history, not history, but her family dynamic. Yeah, the younger Brenay that grew up in that household. I want if you're up to it, come to this channel and talk about it, because I think your story is very important, and it could probably save somebody else's life and help them, not fall into the situation that you fell into. Maybe this channel will be your redemption. Maybe this channel will give people a perspective of who you are, because everybody's seen this. Oh, she just took this lady man. They've seen that version of you, but I don't think they ever seen that version of you that is hurting. In order to grow in life, we need to address what is hurting us. And I think that younger Brenay is in pain. I don't want to spend too much time on here. I just want to put this out there for y'all to think about this, think about the many faces that we carry as a people. We all carry different faces. When are we going to heal the face that was a young adult? Sometimes we don't realize how our story shaped because we disregard the younger version of ourselves. Thank you so much for listening, taking the time to listen to me rabble off, spitting out ideas that could be it. I'm not sure. Based on what I gather and based on what I'm seeing, is that it just tells a lot. especially based on the mother's profile pictures. It gave me a lot of insight, especially their dynamic. It gives off favoritism to me, and I feel bad for Brenay, and I hope and pray that she comes to a point where she sits down with a therapist and just let loose. Thank you so much for again listening to me. Don't forget to like, comment, and most definitely subscribe. Turn that notification bell on. Anyway, y'all have a wonderful day. See y'all in the next video. Ta-ta.